Hi everybody, this is going to be a tutorial over how to do the app that was with the custom tabs, the 5 custom tabs that we did in class. So I'm going to walk through this. If you need to stop the video, go ahead and review. It's the advantage of having it. I'm going to start by creating the custom app, which most of you should already have done. So we go to Setup, Create, Apps. Then we go up here to New. Make sure it says Custom App. Hit Next. For this, we're going to call it Computing. And just, if you want to put a description in, that's fine. Otherwise, hit Next. You can insert a custom logo if you want. We're not going to do that right now. Hit Next. I don't want anything in there but the Home tab because we're going to create 5 custom tabs and we're going to populate those into this custom app. Hit Next. Let's make it visible to everybody and save. So if I go up here now, you'll see where I have Computing. That's my custom app. I'll click on it. You'll see that I don't have anything with that one tab. So what I'm going to go to do right now is we have to create 5 tabs. So we start by creating the custom objects. So we're going to create the first object, which is going to be admin. So we go down here and we hit create and we hit objects. Okay, select that. Now I've already created 3 of the others to save us a little bit of time because they're all exactly the same in how they're done. So do a new custom object. And we're going to name this one admin. And I just keep the plural names the same for now because it displays the plural name on the tab. So the object name's fine. I select any of these you want and then go down here, launch new custom tab wizard after saving this. So save it. We go ahead and really all you need to do here is select one of these and hit next. And everybody's on default on, which for this tab and the other 3 child tabs is just fine. That's how we want this. So we hit next. And this is okay. So we save it. Okay. Now it's going to bring us to this screen and we're going to want to create our 5 base fields. They're all custom fields. So under custom fields and relationships we hit new. And the first field that we're going to create is called serial number. Now I'm going to create it as a text field because they can have text, it could be alphanumeric. So we hit next. You type in serial number. 20 seems like a good length. Now, because we're going to be creating these for different tabs, I append an additional thing on there so I know which tab it's on. And I don't want it required right now. I do not want them duplicated, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And we're going to hit next. This is fine. So we're okay with this. Hit next. And there's not really anything to do here, so hit save and new because we've got 4 more fields to create. The next one's going to be a multi-pick list. Okay, and this is going to be called, let's go ahead and hit this, multi-select pick list. Hit next. And it's called course details. Now down here, I'm just going to put whatever, or I'm sorry, admin 100, admin 101. It's whatever you need to populate it with. I just want to get some stuff in here. and whatever else you want to put in, that's fine. So now I hit next. This is all okay. Hit next again and save a new again. Now we're going to create a currency field because we have a course fee that we want to make. So once you select currency, hit next. So we're going to put in course fee. This is fine. Now if we're not worried about any decimal places, we just charge whole dollar amounts. But if you do want to put in decimals, you have to subtract it from this 18. So if you put 2 decimal places in, this has to go to 16 because 18 is the maximum total. Course fee, again, I try to keep a naming convention, so I'm changing it to this one I want required because we're going to charge even if it's 0. We still want to make sure that that fee gets filled. Hit next. This is all fine. Hit next. And again, save and new. Now what we're going to do is create a text field. Doesn't matter, it's whatever your choice is. Go in here. This one is called a course description. And the field name, again, I append whatever the tab name is to it generally so I know what it is if I see it somewhere else. And we hit next. This is fine, so we hit next. And one more time we're going to do a save and new. Okay, this one is going to be a regular pick list, and we're going to hit next. And the field name is going to be course trainer. So we're going to just throw a few in here. Joe, Jim, okay, and we're going to go, this one really should be mandatory, but actually, you know what I want to do with this? I like to have them in alphabetical order, so I'm going to pick that. We go next, and again this is fine, and next, and this time we're just going to save it, and we're going to look at this. So the admin tab right now has these 5 custom fields on it, so you have to have these fields for the 4 tabs that we're creating as the child objects. That's admin, dev, advanced admin, and advanced dev. So once you've gone through and repeated this process from the creation of the custom object to the creation of the tab to the creation of these 5 fields, and you got that done, you can move on. If you need to pause it, go ahead and do that while you repeat this on the others. Okay. Now what we need to do is create the 5th tab, which is going to be the parent tab. And again, we need to go to objects, new custom object, and this is going to be called training. And again, allow reports, track field history is fine, deployment. We want to launch this as well so that we get the, and save it. Oh, didn't. Training. Let's go back down and save it. And it doesn't really matter what we pick. We'll just pick computer. And go next. And this tab we want to do something a little bit different on. We actually want to have it default or tab hidden for all the users except for the administrator, and we want that one default on. So we're now going to hit next. All of this is fine, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this. Now there's one field that we create on this, and it's called trainers, and it's a custom field, and it's a multi-pick list. So we get in here, we do the multi-pick list. Oh, I'm sorry, it's available trainers is what it is. That's what it, So we're going to just put these in. Um, yeah, didn't do that very well, did I? So I'll just drop these down. And we're going to then go to next. This is all fine. Next again. And save it. Now, we need to go back to each of the other tabs. First, I want to do, because I didn't create all the tabs after I did this, created this app, I need to go in and add the tabs in. So I'm going to hit this little plus sign, hit customize my tabs. I want advanced admin, which I want in the second spot, and I want dev, and I want advanced dev. So you see we have admin, advanced dev, dev, and advanced dev. So you save that. So they're all in the bar. I'm going to pop these in real quick and check them, because you want to make sure that they all have all 5 fields. Well, we'll do that as we go, because we need to now create the 6th custom field for each of the 4 child objects. So we're going to hit new. We're starting on the admin tab, and this one is a master detail relationship. This makes this tab a child object to the chosen tab. So we select this, we hit next. We want it related to the training tab, because that's the parent tab. And we hit next. So we call this field label training. Admin is fine. That's okay. It's child relationship. We're just going to leave it with the rest of the default. Okay. And we're going to hit next. And next again. And next one more time. And then we're going to save it. Okay. Now I'm going to jump over to training real quick just to make sure this looks, well, I can't until I set a record. So we're going to go to advanced admin. We're going to do the same thing. Click on this little sidebar, view the fields. And this pops open a new window on each of these, which I wish it wouldn't, but it does. So click new. We're just doing the same thing on each of these. Master detail relationship, next. Related to training, next. Training underscore advanced admin. And just basically next 3 times. And then save it. Then to dev. And new. Master detail. Next. Again to training. Next. Training space dev. In fact, I want the field name corrected as well. And next 3 times. And save. And then we're going to go to advanced dev for the 4th field, 4th one that we're going to do, and new master detail relationship, next, training, next, we're going to have training, advanced dev, and again, I like to keep this where it looks reasonable. And we're going to do next 3 times and then save it. We're going to save it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do on training is I'm going to go ahead and create the first record on training. We only need to create this one record, so we're going to just call this record training session 1. Doesn't matter what you call it. I'm not going to select any of these available trainers right now, and I'm just going to save it. So you can see that admin, advanced admin, dev, and advanced dev are all in here. These are the related list because they're all child objects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this and I'm going to populate these with some students, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the roll-up fields that we need for the other part of this. Okay, so now I've populated this. We're going to go ahead and create some custom fields. We need to create 8 custom fields, and they're all going to be roll-up summaries. We're going to do 4 counts, and we're going to do 4 fee fields. So the first roll-up summary, we go in, select roll-up summary, hit next, and we're going to do admin students, and that's fine. Go next. We are going to make sure you pick admin. We're going to do a count, and we're going to go next. And this is fine. Next. And we're going to save a new. So now again, we go to the roll-up summary. Next. This one's going to be dev, or okay, dev students. Or actually, that's fine. Doesn't matter. That's a little out of order. Hit next. Again, we're going to hit dev, count, next, next, and save. Oh, sorry. I want to do save and new. So just go back to custom field and hit new. Roll-up summary, we're going to do advanced admin. Students, I guess, so we'll put students in here. For advanced admin, next. Make sure that you select advanced admin, count, next, next, save and new, and roll-up summary, next. This time it's going to be student, whoops, it's going to be advanced dev students. I know I got a little inconsistency in the naming there, but that's not really that important right now, so we'll go next. And again, make sure you pick advanced dev. It's a count. Next. Next. Save and new. Now we're going to do 4 more fields. These fields are also going to be roll-up summaries, but they're going to be a different type. So we're going to go next. This time we're going to put admin fee, and we're going to hit next. And this time we're going to select admin, but we're going to select a sum. And the field to aggregate is going to be course fee. So let's hit next. Next. Come on. Did I not get it? Seems to be misbehaving. Oh, it's just slow. I'm going to pause it for a moment. Okay. Looks like it's going now. Okay, I'm going to pause this and create the last 3 fields. Just remember, you're going to do the roll-up summary and just make sure you pick the correct fields if you need to. Okay, so once you're done, you're going to have a total of 9 fields because we had one that was specific to this tab. That was the available trainers. And then we had 4 student counts, one for each of the child tabs, and we had 4 fee counts, or I'm sorry, 4 fee sums, one for each of the child tabs as well. So now if I go back into the training object and select the record, you can see that we have 3 admin students for the count, 5 for dev, 2 for advanced admin, and 1 for advanced dev. I did a different fee for each level. So there are 3 admins at 100 apiece. There are 2 advanced admins at 150 each, 4 devs at, or 5 devs at 200, and 1 advanced dev at 250. Now we were also supposed to go in and edit the layout. So we need to go in and edit the layout and just make 2 columns, which is pretty easy. I want this in a certain order, so I want this one here, and I move over the admin fee to this side, the followed by advanced admin, dev, and advanced dev fees. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually move this. Well, we'll leave this the way it is for now. So the other thing that we need to do is we have to have 4 columns on each of these. So we want to do the related list properties. We already got one to start. I put in, thing like course trainer. It doesn't matter, any 3. Created date. And course fee is fine, and hit OK. And you basically just repeat the process down the line, and you'll get 4 columns for each. It's a fairly simple one. I hope I didn't miss anything. I believe this is pretty well covers what we were supposed to do, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here.